Maddie,
and we're making meatballs today.
First, we are going to start by cracking 2 eggs and whisking them in your bowl.
You're doing great, Maddie. I'm so glad you're here today.
I'm happy that I'm here too.
Excellent. So 2 eggs, and then Maddie's going to whisk those while I add the other ingredients. Thank you, Madeline. Once she's got those beat together, we're going to add 2 pounds of ground venison. This venison was prepared at Clemmer's in West Branch, Michigan, and our grandson got the deer, harvested the deer. It was his first time out bow hunting, and he got a 6-point deer in Roscommon at our friend's property. So we're glad to share this recipe with you. Shall I add the meat?
Yes.
This is 2 pounds of venison that's been ground. And we're also going to add our diced onions, as well as 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan. You can use fresh if you like. I choose to use it from the container that I buy at the grocery store, and it works out great for travel as well. So Maddie, I'll take your whisk. Maddie washed her hands before she got started, so she's going to begin to mix all that mixture together for us and get right in there and condense all of those ingredients and incorporate them into the mixture to begin the meatballs. While Maddie's doing that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of hickory smoke. We also purchased this at Clemmer's. They had so many wonderful things for you to buy at their shop. And we got the zip sauce from there as well. Maddie, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of hickory smoke. Adds a nice rich flavor. There's 1 and 2. You can continue to mix.
Thank you.
And I will add 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke. That just adds this one here is zip sauce rather. This adds a really nice taste. And I imagine many of you have used this for steaks. But it's fantastic in the meatballs. Maddie, you're doing great.
Thank you.
We only have a few more ingredients to add. You've cooked these before. I remember you made them for your mom's birthday. And we had these meatballs sitting in a crock pot on Christmas Eve, and everyone enjoyed them. These are just crushed Ritz crackers. Some of you may enjoy a different type cracker, a saltine, or even Cheez-Its. I've also seen people use a bag of croutons and crush them up. But whatever you like, add those crushed items. We're using crushed Ritz crackers. And that helps bind things together along with the eggs and help form those meatballs. And just for fun, we're going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar. It's going to be really good. It'll add a nice touch. And I don't really pack it too much. I just add that tablespoon of brown sugar to what Maddie is doing here. And in addition to the brown sugar, we want to add a little bit of salt. So we like 2 teaspoons of salt. And I just brought my salt shaker from home. We're going to add 2 teaspoons. That's 1 and 2. I did a little less than that. It's up to you if you even add the salt. You may not want to. And I like fresh ground pepper. So we have 2 teaspoons of pepper that we're going to add. Here's 1. Wow, Maddie, you're doing a great job. And there's just a little under 2. Fantastic. So that's all of our ingredients. And I want to read to you what we've placed in here. Let's shut this for now so we don't want to spill any of that. So we have preheated the oven to 350. So for these venison meatballs, we have 2 pounds of ground venison, 2 eggs, 1 cup of cracker crumbs, 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese, 2 teaspoons liquid smoke, 2 teaspoons of zip sauce, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pepper, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and 1 small diced onion. And I just realized that I did add a little extra salt and pepper, but it's still going to be great. You can go back to that 1 teaspoon if you prefer. I know in some recipes, they do have you add 1 of each per pound, and we have 2 pounds. So here's the recipe. And then the instructions on the back, as Madeline is doing this, we'll recap it. We beat 2 eggs, which she did. We add 2 pounds of ground venison, add all the other ingredients, mix with clean hands, which Madeline washed her hands in advance. And we're going to shape those meatballs. Shall we do that now?
Yes.
And we're going to place them on an ungreased baking sheet or cookie sheet, whatever you might have. So while our oven is heating up, we'll shape those meatballs. And let's give you a little bit of running room there, Madeline. And do you want to put that mixture in between us? And I'll help you get those ready. We set that right here. Thank you. And I'll begin to hand those. My hands are clean as well. I know people always wonder about that. But we're pretending like we're in our own kitchen, and we don't wear gloves in our kitchen. So, and we're sharing this meal with friends. So, Maddie, I'm going to hand you some of the mixture, and then you go ahead and shape it. And mostly what people want to do is create a golf ball size meatball. And she can place those pretty close together. They don't need to be far apart, and we're going to try to get about 1 pound on each baking sheet or cookie sheet. And then we're going to bake them for about 30 minutes. Oh, those are beautiful. Maddie does a better job shaping those than I do. I usually just kind of throw them together. That's how you know they're homemade. And we love onion. It smells really good even before we cook, doesn't it? So, Maddie, you take a cooking class.
Yes.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I do.
What have you learned?
I've just learned how to make recipes in like a healthier way and how important food is for your body.
Excellent. That's fun. I'm glad they're teaching youth to do that.
Yes.
So do you help Mom cook at home? Good. I imagine she's excited when you volunteer to prepare a meal.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I cook almost every night. My husband and I enjoy having homemade food, and I have a freezer full of meat, venison and beef, and we like chicken, and we have some walleye. We like a lot of the wildlife. We harvest as much meat as we can in our family. So we have hunters for both waterfowl and fishermen. We're pretty excited about that. We want to share it with you. There you go. Good job. Those look excellent. So sometimes people want to throw these meatballs in with spaghetti sauce. Maybe you make your own spaghetti sauce or a store-bought brand. Either work well. And whatever your favorite pasta sauce is, feel free to use that. One of the things you want to keep in mind, though, is that the meat has to be prepared. The meatballs have to be cooked for 30 minutes before you add them to any pasta sauce. We also just put them in a crock pot and keep them warm. Everybody seems to like them with nothing on it. And then you can have some dipping sauces, barbecue, or some honey mixture, honey mustard to put on them. It's whatever you're happy with, whatever your family enjoys. And all our tastes are different. I also like to include sloppy Joe mix and keep those meatballs full. And then, wow, these are turning out so good. And keep the meatballs in their full shape. And then you put them on a toasted bun and add a little bit of mozzarella cheese on top, or whatever cheese you like, and you serve that for dinner. So that's always nice. Maddie, you're doing such a fantastic job, and we're going to pop these in the oven as soon as we get our first tray ready, which we only need 2 more. Those are perfect. They're about golf ball size. Now, if you're in a hurry and you're trying to get dinner done quicker, make those meatballs smaller, and then it won't take so long to bake. I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be right with you. Maddie, it'll just be a moment, honey. All right, so I believe our oven is ready. If you want to bring your tray over, and we'll place that on that middle shelf there.
The top.
Good job. Watch your fingers, and I'll push that in all the way for you. And we're going to let that bake for 30 minutes. And we'll start our next tray? All right, let's do that.
Thank you.
So what are some of your favorite meals to make?
I like to make like any kind of pasta. I really like pasta.
You made something interesting with spaghetti squash.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I had made, it was like spaghetti squash and like pad thai. So it was just like pad thai with like spaghetti squash noodles.
Ooh, it was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then you made, I was amazed. I got to taste that apple. It was like a mock
yeah.
apple pie. Tell me about that.
So we had took zucchini and we had seasoned it with what you would season like apple pie with, if that makes sense. And we just put the zucchini in the apple pie as if it were apples.
Ooh, it was very delicious, and it smelled so good.
Mm-hmm.
And who doesn't have a ton of zucchini at the end of harvest season?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I get to see this and taste it once in a while, and all the kids are having fun. And I really like your teacher. She teaches everyone to eat better, and to eat better, you got to cook better. That's why we like to get fresh venison. It's so healthy for you. It's not processed at all. And the only processing is when we have Clemmers take care of the meat and get it ready and packaged for us. So when we're done with these meatballs, we're going to let them rest out for a moment. And we're going to stop our camera here for a few minutes while it bakes. And we'll come back in and we can enjoy those together. Yeah, is there anything you want to add before we do that?
I think we're all set.
All right, thank you so much.
Orion Neighborhood Television is your community media outlet. Our mission is to empower community members and groups to create, communicate, and connect through television and video production. For more than 35 years, ONTV has offered video production classes to residents of all ages and provides them with the equipment and facilities to produce their own programs. Not only are residents encouraged to produce programs, but ONTV staff produces programs that promote local nonprofits and community groups like the Chamber of Commerce, the Orion Township Public Library, and the Lake Orion Lions Club, to name a few. The staff ventures out into the community to cover events like parades, festivals, concerts, and high school sports. ONTV has provided the equipment and staffing to televise township and village meetings live, and has provided the video equipment that Lake Orion High School students use as they prepare for a career in broadcasting. ONTV's podcast studio and training give producers an opportunity to educate and entertain listeners. To sign up for classes or for more information, call 248-393-1060 or visit orionontv.org.
We're going to get those meatballs out of the oven. They are smelling delicious. Are you
Well-
hungry?
Yes, ma'am. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, they look amazing. They are so delicious.
They smell so good.
Look how beautiful they are. Oh, my heavens. And you can hear the sizzle. Yes. Would you like some?
Yeah.
Let's share these with our company. They're
So beautiful.
I'll take the other one out too. And we'll just leave that one on the stove for now.
Stovetop.
These are beautiful, Madeline. Everyone's going to enjoy that. I'm going to be sure to shut this off. We always want to shut our ovens off.
Yep, because you'll...
Don't want any trouble.
Yep.
I'll get the spatula, and if you want to start putting those toothpicks.
Would you like me to put them in the side?
Yeah, I think so, and then that way they
Like-
won't slide right off. But let me get these. I generally like to get the meatballs on the cookie sheet moving around so they don't stick. As they cool, if you try to cool them on the cookie sheet, they'll stick on the cookie sheet. So you would just want to make sure that you are moving them around a little bit when you first pull them out of the oven. So Maddie, this is hot, but go ahead and stick those in there, and you can put a few on the plate. I'll help you. And then we'll be able to serve these to our guests. Oh, there's two in that one. I hope you enjoyed this cooking show. This is the first time Maddie and I have done this. And we're really glad that you let us come into your kitchen. And we hope you enjoy this production from Orion Neighborhood Television. Their cooking shows are the best. Have a great day, everyone.
We're not going to try them?
Oh, wait, we have to try them. Let's try them.
Wait.
Well, Debbie, it's hot. Well, we're not done yet.
Sorry, guys.
They're going to be really hot, though.
That's okay.
Oh, Madeline, these smell amazing. Yeah, that would be a drag. I wonder who else wants to try them.
You just like go around to different rooms, be like, who wants to try some meatballs, guys?
Everybody. So we'll put a few on that plate too, and then we can share them.
I'm stealing one.
Yeah, it's hot. You go right ahead, kid. Here, you want a plate?
No, it's fine.
Ah, is it delish? It's delish. Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Ah.
Here, have two. My
Oh,
granddaughter,
that's good though.
Ava, doesn't care for venison, but if you tell them in advance that they're going to have venison, they're fine with it. They just don't want any surprises. So if you're cooking venison, any wild game, any wild meat for your guests, just make sure to let them know. That way they can decide if they want to have it, because not everybody is enjoys venison and wild game as much as we do. Hey, Maddie, how is it?
That's really good.
Is it fantastic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it smells good. I'm glad you waited.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we share them with everybody?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. I'm Penny, and this is
Maddie.
And we're so glad you came to the Orion Neighborhood Television Cooking Show today. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye.